This is Dr. Andrew Jones. In this edition of Veterinary Secrets, I'm going to be discussing 5 remedies for treating cancer in dogs. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Jones. This video is obviously inspired by my dog Lewis here, who, for those of you who don't know, he currently has a type of fairly aggressive oral cancer, which was growing in the back of his mouth. It spread upwards towards his eye. He likely had this for about 3 months. It was confirmed via diagnosis about 2 weeks ago when he had surgery, and a big part of the mass was taken out. Unfortunately, it had spread widthways, expanding the whole width of his mouth, his gum, and also spread sort of up towards the base of the bone around the eye called the orbit, and meaning not all of it could be removed. So first, before I get into the remedies, just one, cancer sucks. I mean, it's a real difficult disease to treat. It comes in a whole different forms. There can be mild forms, which surgery-wise will be easy to remove. In some cases, it's so mild you can leave them, maybe superficially treat them, and then in more differing, more serious stages, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, it grows rapidly and aggressively, can spread to regional lymph nodes, and then spread throughout the body. But as a disease, it's a crappy disease, and dealing with it with hundreds of clients, animals, and I don't know, I don't think I ever got it quite the same as when it's been my own animals. My last dog, Hoochie, he died quite young at the age of 8 of hemangiosarcoma. It's a type of red blood cell cancer affecting the spleen. And now Lewis is this nasty oral tumor. So Lewis is doing okay. He's a little bit sedated now because I double dosed him with CBD. I thought it was a bit uncomfortable, so he's actually a bit sedate now. But he's been doing okay. He's been eating well, going for good walks, drinking well, seemingly happy for most of the time. Although it's been about 10 days since he had surgery, I can now see the swelling slightly below his eye. And just by how he feels, I get a sense of how he is. Obviously the cancer is coming back. Also, you can see there's a bit of discharge in the left corner of his eye. The eye sort of popped out a little bit because it's putting pressure at the base of the eye. So I wanted to show you 5 things that I'm using to treat Lewis with his cancer, and 5 remedies I think you should be considering if you've got a dog or cat with cancer. So the first thing is this, which I discussed in my last video. It's CBD or cannabidiol oil. So it's the therapeutic oil that is isolated from the cannabis plant. We're looking at, here it is here, there's about half of the syringe, or 0.5 of a ml there, 50 milligrams. We're looking at doses in dogs of cats of 1 milligram per 10 pounds of body weight twice daily, upwards to the high end of upwards of 1 milligram per kilo up to twice daily. So 1 milligram per kilo, for instance, for Lewis's size, he's a 40 kilo dog, that would be 40 milligrams twice a day. So that would almost be half of this syringe twice a day, because this is a 100 milligram syringe. Right now I've been giving him 0.1 of a syringe twice a day, so I'm giving him 10 milligrams twice a day. The second thing is a higher doses of the essential fatty acids. So when I'm looking at therapeutic doses, we're looking at 1,000 milligrams per 10 pounds of body weight minimum daily. And if you're dealing with a cancer in your dog or cat, I'd encourage you to up that dose, so double that dose. So I'm giving him flax oil, and he's on 2 tablespoons, which is 1,000 milligrams. He's getting 2 of those twice a day, and I've just been mixing that into his food. He's been eating it well. 2 big things. When I know it's anti-inflammatory, gives his food a little bit more flavor. It will do no harm. It may do some benefit. The third thing I want to mention is curcumin, but in particular, it's a 95% curcuminoids. So here it is here. I have the bulk form, which is fairly concentrated. So when we're looking at therapeutic doses for cancer, we're looking at 100 milligrams per 10 pounds of body weight. And I'll be giving that twice daily. We're dealing with, especially something like Lewis has an aggressive cancer. So with Lewis, that equates to, this is very concentrated. So Lewis being 80 pounds, I'm actually giving him 1,000 milligrams twice a day. And that equates to half a teaspoon of this twice daily. And I've just been mixing that into his canned food, and he's consuming it. The one big thing is it stains everything orange. And so you can actually get the curcumin, the 95% curcuminoids, in a capsule formulation. I've seen them at typically sort of 200 and 400 milligram capsules. And so if you've got a bigger dog, try to get it as much as you can in a capsule formulation, and then just sort of hide that into your dog's food. The fourth thing I am supplementing Lewis with, or giving Lewis for his cancer, is dandelion root. So this here is a dandelion root tincture, and I mean, there's a variety of different doses, but in terms of a pretty standard tincture dose, we're looking at a half a ml per 20 pounds of body weight. And once again, because Lewis has an aggressive cancer, he's actually getting a half a ml per 20 pounds of body weight. He actually gets 2 mils, which is, this full dropper full is 2 mils. That's 1 dropper full there. So he's getting 2 of those dropper fulls twice daily. And what I've been doing is just squirting them into the side of his mouth. He had a dose this morning. He's taking it well. Dandelion root has been shown to have some wonderful anti-cancer properties, in particular treating cancers that are established. The other option is you can also have it as a dried root formulation. The big advantage of the tinctures is it's very concentrated, and you just have to give a small volume to your dog or your cat. The last remedy that I'm treating Lewis with for cancer is called Essiac tea. Here is something similar called Fluorescence Herbal Tea Blend. So it's a mixture of 10 different herbs such as burdock, herbs such as red clover, herbs such as milk thistle, in a tea formulation. So either look for Essiac tea or look for this one, Fluorescence. In terms of doses, I'm dosing Lewis at 1 teaspoon per 10 pounds of body weight twice daily. I mean, the doses range. Typically, they're anywhere from half a teaspoon per 10 pounds of body weight per day, upwards the high end of 1 teaspoon per 10 pounds of body weight twice daily. And what I've been doing, easy enough, because that's a fair amount of volume, right? Because if you look at Lewis's weight, 80 pounds, he's having to take a good 40 mils of it, which is about 3 tablespoons. So I've actually just been mixing that into his food, to his canned food, and he's sort of it moistens it up, makes it nice and more of a slurry, and he's been easily eating it. So that way it's been an easy way to give to him. Thank you for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets. If you've yet to do so, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, and do that by clicking that little circle right above me. And then you can go ahead, click that link in the box below. I can send you my free books and videos on how to heal your dogs at home with my top natural remedies.